Yo, what it do, what the business is.
It is another week in the books with the On Deck TV show. I am Spike Lou.
Man, holla at your boy Animal Brown, Animal_Brown if you're looking for me on social.
Absolutely, man. And I am Spike Lou on them same social sites. Holla at your boy AB. Fall fooled us. It was hot as fuck outside this weekend, nigga.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
I think today is the first official day of fall. That shit
21st.
did not apply over the weekend though, because it felt like summertime. Went to Revolt. Shout out to everybody I saw at Revolt. A couple of people on Friday only. Let me be clear. Did not partake in Saturday and Sunday's events. But I did see Bia. Shout out to Bia. Watched her perform, and shout out to Flo Millie. She did her thing too, had the crowd hype. I tried to give her your number, but she was walking a little too quick. So
Flo Millie? She need that number. She needs my number. Jesus. Change her life and mine. Sheesh. Who is Bia? What do I know that? What song is that?
I'm in London. I like to go and shop at the mall.
Oh yeah, the J. Cole shit. Yeah. I got you. How
Don't,
was
don't do
Revolt
me any kind of way though.
I was doing her dirty right then because I could not remember who he was talking about. Did you get to catch any live podcasts, anything like that?
Yeah, walked into Drink Champs. They were interviewing Method Man, and 3.5 minutes in reminded me why I don't fuck with Drink Champs. Oh my god, I cannot listen to that shit, dude.
Oh, that's funny.
That's the most overachieving ass podcast on earth.
That's hating. Now you hating. I don't like it. It's cool, but now you're saying they overachieved is hating. So tell me, at the venue, was the Drink Champs on the main stage outside at the grass, or was it in one of the sound stages?
One of the sound stages indoors. Good seating, nice setup, good sound. All of that shit was checked off.
Venue hard.
Yeah, for sure.
Venue, like to do Revolt there, that's hard.
For sure.
I sound like an old nigga, but it just don't measure up to the Revolts that we know though.
Hell,
those early on deck days Revolts, man.
Hey, boy.
But sheesh, that was a time. The time was had, man.
Absolutely.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
You know, if you hear, I wouldn't tell anybody to travel here to go to it. But if you're here locally, got a couple of people you can go with. Yeah, maybe.
It depends. Yeah, right. It depends on what you own. Like, because they had a job fairs and the networking. Like, if you own some, I'm about to use this to make as many connections as I can. Then
there you go.
That it's 100% you should go. It maybe even travel for it. If you own, I'm just going to see what's up and I'm chilling. Like, nah, it's a big inconvenience.
Yeah,
from the parking to the food to not knowing what time shit starts and then that being too crowded. You're like, it's cool.
Yeah, no.
If you can get a free ticket, cool. But
yeah,
shout out to Revolt, man.
Absolutely, man. Shout out to Revolt. Listen, we got a lot to talk about. We're not even gonna hold you. This is an action-packed week for sure. The killers are the alleged killers of young Dolph. Their trial started today. We got to talk about some of the footage and information that has come out from that just on day one. Your boy Chingy caught some backlash for his Republican event that he was scheduled to pull up to. We're going to talk about that a little bit more. And we, of course, it wouldn't be an On Deck episode in September if we didn't have a Dame Dash update. And of course, we'll get to that puff in 2 seconds. First, real quick, because we don't even have time to add this into the damn quick hits. But the PNB Rock trial concluded today. The father of the alleged shooter has been sentenced to 31 years to life. That's the father of the shooter, not the shooter. The shooter was 17 at the time. He has been deemed ineligible unable to stand trial. His fate will be determined in, I think, like 2 more months. I don't know exactly what they're going to do, but the dad got 31 and another person that was involved, I think the guy who made the call to set him up got 12. I believe that's who that second party was. 31 years. Real quick, what's the first thing you think when you hear 31 years, not for the shooter, but for the dad who sent them in? Does that sound fair, foul? Fuck everybody involved. Give everybody the L. What do you think?
Yeah, they all take that L. Take them 31 years and live with it, my nigga. You shouldn't have done that. I get it. I know what the culture's like out there, but it's inexcusable as far as what happened. And then you're not knowing it. Like when this happens to a person like that's even a medium notoriety,
Yeah.
that you're going to get the book thrown at you. So take that shit, nigga, and go sit down. Like, take all 31 of them. Pause.
Sent his son in to crash out.
And he,
That's different.
listen, man, that's a different type of lifestyle they live out there, man. That gang shit different, bro.
Yeah.
That's different. That is different. But you get
Um.
what you pay for. Play stupid.
Yeah.
I was telling the nigga in the chat today, we'll talk about it later. You play dumb games, you win dumb prizes.
Yeah. Next up, man, another possible contestant on this dumb games, dumb prizes screen. Maybe Puff, man, his day has looked like it might be coming any day now. The
Pause.
Jesus, yeah, you gotta really pause anything Diddy related at this point. The feds came in, did a sweep, scooped up your boy P Diddy. They so much has come out in the last couple of days. He got scooped up, denied bond, even though he put up a big dog $50 million bail package. They said no, which was nuts that they said no, even what he was giving up for collateral, which is crazy. Details emerged about what they confiscated from the crib. Apparently, he's been placed on suicide watch, bail denied, everything that you've heard in the last couple of days. Just what are your initial thoughts on the Puff getting scooped up?
Um, Finally, I think that was the word that came to mind. You and I we've been exposed to hip hop for a long time now. And there has been rumblings and maybe this happened, maybe this didn't happen with Puff. Mark Curry book, Dancing with the Devil. That was the first time that I think that I was like, oh damn.
Yep.
Like, yeah, there was rumblings before that, but then with the Mark Curry book, if you're aware of that, then you know what I'm talking about. I think you put me on that.
Yeah.
We knew when they raided Puff House that this would happen before the end of the year. I think I said this on here. I said this on Is the Mic Still On? Y'all go check that out on Wednesdays. But we knew that this was coming. It was unavoidable. Once the feds start raiding your house, bro, it ain't no, oh, okay, we didn't find nothing. No, nigga, we know what we looking for. We know where it's at, and we just need the warrant to come in there and go get it. That's where they at with Puff. The interesting part about this for me is this is a RICO case. Where are the other co-defendants? Who else is going to be brought down with this? Are they waiting on Puff to tell on niggas? Or has other niggas already told on Puff and gotten themselves out of it? Like, a RICO is a criminal organization trial. Like, there are more than one people involved. For them to just arrest Puff, I understand it. He's probably the biggest name on the case, but I wonder what other dominoes are going to fall with this happening. Ain't no thoughts and prayers. Like, I don't care what happens to him from here. Like, just reading the stuff in this document and the type of person that he is. And the reason that I say that is this. I don't give a fuck that a nigga's a freak. That's fine. Like, bro, you can do what you do, bro. That's
Get that
cool.
off. Yeah.
Whatever you want to do. You want to have 1,000 gallons of baby oil, nigga. I don't care. That ain't got shit to do with me. The freak offs ain't the crazy part, but forcing people to do it beyond their will and manipulating people to do stuff that they don't want to do just because you're power hungry. That's the disgusting part of it to me. That's the like, nigga, you really like that's the type of nigga that you is. And I say that to say because, bro, if I got as much money as Puff, man, I can pay people to do the shit that I want them to do. There is no manipulation. There is no coercing. None of that is applied. Like, nigga, this is what I'm looking for. This is what I'm going to pay you. Are you cool with it or not? Like, get the consent part out of the way. But the fact that he wasn't really looking for consent and it was more so on a power trip thing, just from reading the document, it's just like, oh, I want to make people do shit because I'm Puff. That's the nasty part of it. That's the part of it that can't be excused. That's the part of it where you look at it and be like, nigga, how? Like, you rich, bro. Like, you putting a whole C Corp corporation, like all of this shit that's in your name up for grabs because you a nasty ass nigga that can't just be like, well, I just pay a bitch to do it. Like you gotta go the extra mile and go beyond and be like, I'm going to force a bitch to do it. And it's just like, no sympathy for Puff. He's going to get whatever come to him. I'm wondering who else or what else is going to come from this as far as other people. I don't know, Saturday in hip hop, I would assume, like, because
Uh,
he is a major contributor. I will say that.
yeah, and you hate to see the icons go down
Mm-hmm.
in this type of manner. But no one, I don't think anyone is surprised. There's been smoke around Puff for decades, just on different various things. People still strongly believe he had a hand in Pac getting killed. That's still there. So it's been dated all the way back to then. All even the Shine incident, people was kind of like Shine took the L for him. It was really like on some Puff shit. Whatever, man. Like it's so he's kind of like a cat, but he's had like 9 lives and it looked like it might be running out. Now, of course, I'm glad you mentioned the charges. They got him on the racketeering and they got him on the sex trafficking. Now, you made a very good point. The RICO charges, man, they usually come on. We just seen them do a sweep on Thug and them. They can grab 28 niggas. So, and then when it comes to the mob shit, they be snatching up multiple double digit people. Like it's never just really one person. But I will say I read that is the next step. That is what they're doing.
Mm.
That is what they're doing right now. Allegedly, they're looking to see who else can they bring in. I can tell you right now, I know everybody's talking on the internet. People see other people quitting their positions and all of this type of stuff. It's not gonna be no big dog. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm a if I was a betting man, I'm just saying I would bet that you're not going to get a name nowhere near the stature of Puff. In my opinion, I think that Puff is the big dog, that they were the big fish that they were trying to get, and that they'll be satisfied with that big fish. I remember when they got Epstein, and people were like, "Oh shit, who's on the list? Everybody's on the list. We seen so and so on the island. We seen so and so. Who all came out on the list, bro? Who all is locked up right now behind
There's a lot of people on the list, but nothing happened.
Nothing happened. That's what I'm saying. There was always the list and this and that and the third. Cool. Nothing happened. It was all kind of media takeout, salacious inquirer shit at the end of the day because nothing official happened. I think this is the same thing that happens in the Puff situation. But let's be clear though. And whoever is the first person to coin this, say he the first nigga to get hit with the Freako, that's one of the funniest tweets I've ever seen in my life. I'm not even gonna lie. I laughed at that for 30, 45 minutes, dude. That's cold. Whoever was the originator of that was cold. Because confiscating 1,000 bottles of baby oil in your house is fucking bananas. Like
you know how long it take to go through one bottle of baby oil?
Were these trial size or were these like the family size joints, bro? Like what
travel size? Yeah, they had to be the travel size joints.
They had to be.
But even then, if they're the travel size joints, it take a long time to go through them. You're looking in your bag from a vacation or something where you grab one. Hey, it could be a year. It's still like, hey, I'm still some baby oil in here.
That nigga was hoarding baby oil, bro. That nigga had a doomsday bunker, not with canned goods and and clothes and shit. That nigga had a doomsday bunker with baby oil. That's fucking insane.
Go grab the baby oil coming from Puff at the Freak Off. Had to be disgusting. I need this much baby oil on deck so a nigga can like, ugh.
Hey man, them some wild and the videos and stuff coming out now. Oh, I seen one with his son in them, and they had the beds in the basketball court. It was like they say things make niggas play butt naked, dude.
I saw that. And that was a funny ass tweet that I saw. It was like making niggas play 5-on-5 butt naked is insane. Like, what kind of shit is you on, my nigga? Like, I get it, bro. Like, I don't understand, and maybe it's because I'm not that rich, but I just don't understand. Like, I got enough money to get this shit done legally. Well, I'm not going to go to jail behind it, but the fact that I'm such a sick nigga that I ain't even caring about risking it all over the sickness, we got to get this nigga off the streets. You can't be on the streets, bro. Like, it's like you can't be on the streets, bro. If I'm listen to me, bro. If I'm a billionaire, I promise you I can find the people that want to get down the way that I want to get down.
Easy.
I promise you that.
Easy.
I look on Twitter every day and see it. I'm like, okay, $1,000. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Like, $2,000. Yeah. Boom, you got it.
Yeah.
I got this much access to shit and I'm risking it all for the freak offs. That's insane. It's a sick, diabolical thing. We seen that shit on Making a Band though. When you make a nigga walk to Brooklyn for cheesecake, like that's like you get it.
Speaking of that, you know, one of them niggas is locked up for sex trafficking.
One of the making the band niggas?
Yeah, the one from New Orleans. The Chopper
Freddie?
nigga. Chopper.
Oh, Chopper.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he did have them hoes for a minute. I remember.
Yeah, and he got caught up in Vegas behind that shit.
Yeah, I remember he was leasing out the hoes. He got that shit from Puff. Allegedly. Puff I know. On game. But I remember he had them hoes, though. He was like a pimp.
Yeah, like low-key like a pimp. But your prostitution legal in Vegas, though. So to get hemmed up in Vegas?
They was going other places, though.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, like niggas was booking his bitches online.
Ah, okay.
He would send them out there on the flight, and that's where the trafficking shit come in at.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I remember that.
So you can't do that. You can fly somebody out, man, on some, you know what I mean, on some one-on-one shit, but you flying out. Hey.
Can you?
You can. You definitely can.
It's risky. It's risky.
Nah, it's there's a strong.
I mean, as long as they consenting, as long as you consenting adults, man. Like and that's the thing with Puff that makes it so like I have no empathy for you, nigga, because you could have found consenting adults to do all of this shit that you wanted to do.
That ain't the same though, bro. That ain't the same.
What you mean?
When it's that easy, look at your boy that used to play for my Packers, Darren Sharper. Darren Sharper doing 20 right now for rape. Do that nigga need to rape anybody? Bro, I got a Super Bowl ring on my hand, dude. I don't need to. What are you talking? He can probably get damn near anybody, but that's
why you need to be. Bro. And that's why those niggas need to be off the streets. If you like pause for Darren Sharper, but he can get bitches. He ain't an ugly nigga.
That's what I'm saying.
And you're right in it. And the same thing with Puff. When it becomes something different other than, I can get the bitches and I can fuck the bitch and I can pretty much get her to do whatever I want because I got the bread, but I want the bitch that don't want to be got. Oh yeah, we need you out of here. You got to get out of here. You got to go lay down. Get away from us. Get away from normal people. Go do the Baka thing. Like, get away from us though. Like if you get off on, if you getting off on, they ain't even want to do it and I made them do it. I don't feel. I'm not going to feel sorry for you when they catch you, bro.
That's different.
That's disgusting.
That's definitely different.
That's a power trip thing.
I will say though, I was surprised he didn't leave the country. Number one, between now and when they raided him, his cribs initially, I'm kind of surprised.
Well, they took his passport when they raided the cribs.
So really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, the passport's been gone since they raided the crib. They took them then.
Okay.
But to your point though, yeah, like it would have been a late night trip out of here. Like niggas would have never seen me again.
That's what
I promise you would have never seen me again. Like they would have had to follow me 24/7 and stopping the PJs, all that.
Yeah,
the Clearports, like y'all ain't.
They would smuggle me on a boat, bro. I'd have been smuggled.
If I had to get out of this motherfucking a box, I promise you, I'm not going to jail if I'm Puff.
Nah,
like that's the last. Like nigga, y'all. I would have been the America's most wanted criminal, never put another record, album, seen my kids, family again. But the last thing that I'm doing is going to sit in a Brooklyn jail if I'm puffing $1 billion. They're like, nah, I'm out of here.
Yeah, no.
Like that, all that I would have ran a year ago when I thought there was smoke, nigga.
Catch y'all me communicate
with me. Yeah, exactly, bro. Like I'm out of here.
So I will say that if you do, and I can't take credit for this at all, that one lawyer dude that be on social media, he kind of got popular during the Tory Lanez and the NBA YoungBoy case. Mm-hmm. Did you see? Because a lot of people are saying, "Oh, this person is quitting." It got some, the dude from Nike stepped down, the dude from 300 ENT stepped down. I don't know, whatever the case may be. Everybody's like, "Oh, you see that? Okay, cool, whatever." Maybe they know each other. Who the fuck knows? I don't know. The nigga from Nike didn't have shit to do with this. I can tell you all that right now. If you look at Nike's last 3 or 4 quarters, exactly.
Say you can go to Nike stock portfolio and they tell you why he quitting.
Thank you. And if you pay attention to sneakers, you've seen what Nike's been doing this year. You know why he got or quit, air quote, before he got fired. So that ain't even. Y'all got to put the tinfoil hats down off of that. But what to do with the I forgot his name. I think it's Muhammad something, whatever the fuck his name is. He mentioned that in the bond hearing, he read the transcripts and he said what got him caught up was someone came to him about a year ago and through lawyers, of course, and was like, "Hey, this person is about to write a tell-all book about you and all the shit that you put them through, and you're gonna look crazy if this book comes out. You can buy the rights to the book. It'll never see the light of day. We just want 30 million. And Puff was like, nah, I'm good. I'm going to hold up. They said, okay, cool. Well, we're going to go the civil suit route, and we're going to sue you for all the shit that you've done, and boom, for 30 million. And he said, man, whatever. And of course, we know that the civil suit went live on a Thursday by Cassie and was paid off, nigga, by Thursday dinner time. 30 million by Puff. That raised a lot of eyes, because then once one civil suit goes through and you're a motherfucker that was on Bad Boy staff in 08 and 2012, and you seen this and he did this, do you know the floodgates are going to open for more civil suits? And that's exactly what happened. So a DA is seeing that and thinking, I'm never going to get a case as big as Puff Daddy. And I know Cassie and them lawyers. I know these lawyers. They not taking on any case. Like these motherfuckers are thorough. So if they thought they could get 30 million from dude and they did, they probably have a reason. And so that opens up the DAs and all these people's eyes to investigate. And then when they investigate, then it's in the rest is history. Had he paid off the book, we probably wouldn't be going through this right now. The video when it came out, the motherfucking the books. Oh, well, maybe the video comes out.
The book?
Who knows?
Who was the book person? You don't know?
It was Cassie.
Oh,
yep.
Okay.
That was the original offer.
They were in negotiations with Cassie to knock it down, but the negotiations fell out because he didn't want to give the money. Everything you just said.
Yeah. So the first offer was for a book. That's what the first one was for, and he was like, "Nah, I'm good."
You see that Kim Porter book coming out? Like, you know, she
like
shared,
a tell-all, yeah.
She shared the transcript with a couple of her friends and said if anything happens to her, go ahead and put it out. And one nigga put that shit out on Amazon just recently.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's about to get crazy. I mean, it's already crazy, but I don't know how can it get any crazier than 1,000 bottles of baby oil, but it's probably gonna get crazier than that.
The only way it get crazier, but you said you debunked this earlier, if you get bigger names.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna
happen. If those tapes start leaking and there are people that are noticeably like you can see on those tapes participating in the freak offs, that's the only way it get crazy.
That's true. It can definitely get wild, but I don't think they're gonna risk losing a case if there's a mayor on there, or if there's because that doesn't mean that they were accused of any wrongdoing. You can be at the freak off if you're a pop star or if you're a whatever the case may, an actor, but that doesn't mean you were doing anything necessarily wrong. So if they can't prove that, they don't give a shit that you were on the tape, dude. That's only salacious to the fans. We're like, oh shit, who was on it? That's
what I was gonna say. Like the court don't, but if somebody get a hold of those tapes, like Twitter and social media and fans, as you said,
TMZ,
people are gonna go crazy.
No, for sure. Now that's a fact. They won't get no criminal charges, but it's gonna go nuts. Twitter will be an event that day.
I tell you what I hate though. The last thing before we get off this, being a Jay-Z fan, I hate that people trying to throw Jay in.
They killing me with that shit.
Like grasping at straws.
He the last one left, bro.
And I could be putting my foot in my mouth and something may come out, which I doubt and hope not, because again, I'm a Jay fan, but the trying, like the threading the needle of trying to get Jay involved in it, like, come on, bro.
Why?
What are we doing?
Like, what is niggas? Why?
Why?
We just need him next with a picture of Jay. Like, well, who is this tweeting this shit? I'm starting to believe, like, dead ass, it's like either bots or just people trolling, bro. Like, why would you? Who would walk around and think, okay, cool, one down, we just need Jay left, huh? Who thinks like that?
Disgusting,
nasty.
All right, man. Next, shout out to thoughts and prayers to the victims of that, man. Next, AB Future dropped his third project this year. They Don't Trust Us. What was the other one? They Don't Trust Us Even More, whatever the fuck the name of it was. I'm not
we still don't trust
to date on my future. We still don't trust you. This one was mixtape Pluto. I'm believing this is a mixtape. AB, what did you think about the Future project that came out?
Yeah, I guess this was a mixtape. I'm not really sure. The lines are blurred nowadays. Who knows? But
it's a project.
Yeah, third project this year. Of course, the first two with Metro Boomin. They did really well first week. This one's set to do pretty well. Not as good as the other one, but it's set to do some decent numbers. The project was okay. To me, it didn't have any real standouts. The most standout moment was him humming lines that were incohesive. That's the song that's getting the most clock, and I don't think that's a good thing. I believe the joint is called Pluto Ski or some shit, and like it's cool. The project is okay. It's a lot of minute and 47-second songs. No, to me, it didn't really have any real bangers, especially coming off them first two. I fuck with both of the Metro Boomin projects. Let me be very clear. I fuck with the rap one and the little singing one, and I thought the singing one was slick better than the rap one. So he was 2 for 2. I think Future might need to take a break. We did not need this one. And I saw a tweet that summed this up perfectly. It felt like this was a project to get out of a contract. That's what it felt like. Not saying that that's the actual case. That's just the material that we got. It's not bad, but they more or less were throwaways from the first two. And if I'm Pluto and you calling yourself mixtape Pluto, because Future, we just talked about the Mount Rushmore of mixtapes. Some people have Future on that, and I wouldn't be mad at you if you did. This is nowhere near the quality of a Mount Rushmore tape from Future, so this was not needed in my opinion. I do like the album cover. I think the album cover looks fly, but outside of that, and maybe one or two joints on there, I think man, I forgot the name of the joint I was really fucking with. I ain't gonna lie. I fuck with that Ocean and that Press the Button. Those were dope. Other than that, I'd have to run it back again to see what else stuck out, but nothing just jumped out to me like it. It's a decent project. We didn't need it.
I'm not running this back again. You're right in what you say. Like the other two Metro Boomin projects were banging. We really didn't need anything else from Future this year. Like it's cool. Like you came out, you crushed it, you killed it, you started off the beef, like you bowed out, you set your presence as to who you are in this game. We get it. This was overkill. I love the album covers. You said Rico Wade, the Dungeon Family
That's
House,
hard.
The pink, like that was fire.
That's hard.
The creativity was there, but again, it wasn't anything. It's like, oh shit, nigga, did you hear that new Future? It was like, okay, Future dropped another album. That's what it was like, and I'm not the target fan base for this. I get that. I'm not outside every weekend. I'm not doing the stuff that Future is talking about on the album. So I get it when I would look at it and be like, oh, it's overkill. But if he's trying to keep it going, right for hoodie season for his fans and give them something to listen to while they outside and the seasons are changing, I get that. I get staying relevant. That's the reason that we put Future in the place that he is. He's that type of artist where his fans, they can use, like, this is going to be played in the strip clubs, like coming up when it get cold, like this. Yeah, absolutely. This is going to be played at football games. This is going to be played at different places. Like, it gives the people that love him new material to rock with him with for a new season. And the best thing about music is when that season change, we talk about hoodie season. This is hoodie season music for Future fans. This is what they listen to in hoodie. They put this on. Like they're going to be listening to this until December. So I get it. I get why he did it. I didn't need it as a Fairweather Future fan. Like I don't hate what he does, but again, I know I'm not his target audience. So I get it. My favorite song on there is Lost My Dog, or what is it?
Yeah, that was pretty straight right there.
Lost My Dog was my shit. Dark Future for me, that right there, I very rarely hear him get in that bag, and just to hear him on that with the melody that went with that beat, that was fucking fire to me. But all the other stuff, it's like, okay, it's cool. I'm good. Like I know it's not for me. So shout out to mixtape Future.
I will say this: I give it to him. He did the whole project solo, no features. I always can respect that because it wasn't noticeable. It wasn't like, man, I could really hear somebody. Nah, he's versatile enough to, to do this on his own. It's on pace to do between 120 and 135,000. If you're wondering, We Don't Trust You did 251. So,
what the other one do?
It was a slight drop off. Hold on, I'm about to tell you. It was
you said 235, 235, 124, and this one is on pace to do what?
No, We Don't Trust You was 251. We Still Don't Trust You is 124, and this one is between 120 and 135.
Another 120.
So,
yeah, I'm making you respect what I do because people ain't doing 100,000 nowadays.
No, they not.
You know what I'm saying? Like
He trending in
just
the wrong
talked about.
direction though.
That's fair.
There was a lot
I
of
mean,
energy behind the first joint
I
for
was gonna say
obvious
it wasn't no
reasons.
Kendrick Lamar dissing Drake on the other two
Right.
either. So we know what that did to the numbers. But yeah, like I get it. I'm still I put out 3 albums this year, stayed in the 100 plus thousands for each
That's
one of the
fair.
releases.
Yeah,
But very few people will be able to ever do that or say that
that's true.
nowadays in music. So yeah, man, shout out to Future.
Yeah, man. Next up, man, more trial talk. We back in the courtroom. Young Dolph's alleged killers are that trial started today. Some big news coming out of the courtroom in Memphis. It is being said by the prosecution that $100,000 was put up on Dolph by Gotti's brother, Big Jook. Of course, if you listen to Gotti's music, then you're already familiar with Jook. But he got killed this year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
A couple of months ago, he was succumbed to gunfire at a funeral. Well, coming from a funeral, he was at a restaurant. But the shooters are claiming that 100,000 was put on anyone from PRE's head. So not just Dolph. People are just saying Dolph in the headlines, but it was anybody from PRE. The shooters. There's a lot coming out in the trial, but I guess I'll just start with the claim that Gotti's brother is the one that paid for the hit. Do you see, number one, do you believe that? Let's assume it to be true. Do you see any blowback coming on Gotti himself?
No, your God is too smart. One of the things that stuck out most to you and I when we both met him and we sit and we had conversations with Gotti, like, okay, it's a smart dude. So I don't foresee any situation, and I could be sticking my foot in my mouth here, but I don't see any situation where they're gonna say, "Oh, we're indicting Yo Gotti because he had something to do with Young Dolph's murder." He's way too smart for that. And I'm saying that from sitting in a room, talking to him, hearing him talk, listening to his business thought process, methodologies, and theories, and like, oh, okay, like, dude, for real, smart. However, with that being said, I will never forget when I first heard about this beef with Dolph and Gotti, and I said, well, somebody's going to lose their life behind this. I remember in the barbershop saying that I think it was 100 shots. Is that the name of the diss song?
Yeah.
That's the one that Dolph did, right?
Yeah.
I remember verbatim telling my barber, like, somebody's going to get killed because Memphis is different. Memphis politics is different. Memphis street niggas is different. Memphis, like all the Memphis shit is different. And if you don't know about Memphis, then us being people from Nashville, 4 hours away, same state, Tennessee, like I know Memphis niggas and I know it's different. So when I heard Dolph doing these songs, I was like, oh, something's gonna happen. Like this ain't gonna just be no regular, oh, this is rap beef and it's gonna be over at some point in time and these niggas will do a song on stage like Jay-Z and Nas did. Nope. It was not ever going to happen. So when you tell me, when I see them in the courtroom saying, "Oh, well, Jook offered 100,000 to kill a member from PRE," like, okay, yeah, that's how I seen this playing out. Because, and I was arguing with M Extra in the chat about this. I'm a fan of Dolph. People shouldn't be killed for rap lyrics. I agree with that. However, when you play dumb games, you win dumb prizes. Dolph took this way too far. And then I know a nigga look at me and be like, Lou, well, a nigga can say what he wants to on rap, on wax. That's fine. You can say what you want to, but you have to deal with the repercussions of what you're going to say. Do niggas deserve to get killed behind rap lyrics? Absolutely not. They don't deserve to go to jail behind them or anything like we've always talked about on this platform. But I'm not the one that decides that. Neither are you. The person who decides that is the person who the lyrics are dictated towards. So once you start making these accusations and the things that you say that are being super disrespectful in these songs, like, who's to say what's going to happen? We seen this shit with these niggas from Florida with Young and Ace and all them, like the nigga that Julio that just died. Like, no, these niggas do not deserve to die behind the foolishness that they're doing on these songs. I'm not saying that. However, you cannot dictate how someone is going to respond to this shit. And again, going back to us meeting Yo Gotti, he's not like a rap dude. That's like, I hate to say, I really hate saying this term because when you are this, you don't really have to say it. But Yo Gotti is a real street nigga. So when I hear a nigga on a record talking about a real street nigga calling him
was his
bitch,
brother.
And his brother taught him how to. His brother taught him how to be a street nigga.
Exactly.
So when I hear a nigga on an album saying, "Oh, you a bitch," your big sister dyke, I fucked your baby mama. Like, I'm like, oh, okay, this not gonna go well for somebody. And again, not excusing anything, not condoning or co-signing anything, but however, when you play dumb games like this, and I realized that Dolph was a real nigga too. I fuck with Dolph. I am a fan of his music as well. You could have stopped at some point. You didn't believe that it would get to where it's gotten, and now two people are dead. Jook and Dolph are dead behind this. So, to the original question, do I believe that this happened with the 100 County said? Absolutely. I could see niggas sitting around in the room because Jook wasn't Gotti. Gotti ain't, I don't think Gotti ain't outside like that, but Jook is, from what I understand. So I could see him having conversations with niggas and being like, look, man, somebody do something to them niggas. I got the bread for you. As a matter of fact, like what they were saying in court, he go to 800 right now to let you know that I'm for real. Come get the rest later when it's over with. I could see that happening.
Mm-hmm.
Very sad situation.
Yeah, listen, man, y'all have to remember, and I know I was talking to my homie about this earlier. He had completely forgot about what I told him. I said, bro, this was the third attempt on his life, bro. The first one was in Beverly Hills.
Yep.
Niggas don't remember that one. That happened in a hotel room. Nigga shot at Dolph Den. Then the 100 shots in Charlotte, which some people connected. What Black Youngster was actually connected to it. I don't think nothing ended up coming from that, but he was definitely charged. Yeah, he was connected to that by the courts. Then the third one, of course, that we saw what happened, bro. Like, back to the question: do I think this will blow back on Gotti? I'm with you. I would be floored if he gave the green light for this to happen. I'm talking about I would be shocked for the same reasons that you laid out. We have sat with this dude. This is 15 years. I'd be shocked if he would have done this 15 years ago. Pre-CMG, pre-Moneybag Yo, pre-Glorilla, pre-Rock Nation, I own the soccer team, pre-Jay-Z Rock Nation brunch. I would be shocked if he did it then. So to think that after all of that I just reeled off, he's been able to pull off in the last 10 or so years, that he would do that now, bro, that would make no sense. That would be out of character for what I know Yo Gotti's character to be. He's a much higher level thinker than that. I don't know his brother. Allegedly, he still had one foot in there, or he was more of like, he wasn't as refined as Gotti was when it came to this music shit. Allegedly. Again, I don't know him. Didn't know him. It's only so much some niggas can take, because we talk about this a lot of times. It don't be the artists that get into it. It be the niggas around them.
It's the crew.
It be the niggas around them, dude. And yes, Dolph was talking a lot of cash money shit. I'm talking about cash money shit. And if you listen to I say this again, because I said this when I visited the prison the other day. A lot of them niggas in there was from Memphis. And I said, first thing I said in here, and I said this offline, they weren't the sharpest knives in the goddamn kitchen cupboard, bro. They just weren't. And if you listen to any audio clip from this trial so far, you need 10 seconds to figure out these ain't the sharpest niggas in the group either. Like, it all makes sense. And another thing I've always said, and I said this when the shit happened with PNB Rock, a lot of this shit be poverty driven too. Like, niggas are ignorant and they broke. And you listen to this shit, dude they asked him why he did this. He said, nigga, I was trying to get some money. Niggas, I ain't had no money. Like, whatever. Who knows what he done did before? Not even, bro, nigga ain't got no bread. Nigga broke.
100,000 is money.
100,000, it might as well be $1 million. 100,000? All I gotta do is shoot these niggas I don't give a fuck about.
That I don't like anyway.
Say let, whether I like them or not, nigga. I don't know these niggas. And here's the kicker though. I don't know if you saw this. They were going through his text messages to his baby mama. And he said, yo, this is going to be a big day today. And they thought he was referring to the shooting. He said he was actually referring to his daughter's birthday was that day. So they said you killed the nigga on your daughter's birthday. He was like, yeah, I was trying to get the bread so I could get her something for her birthday. Nigga, that's where we're at. Some niggas think that it is when there's no resistance. Have you ever had an idea in your head that you thought you went over it all day? And you were like, nigga, this is a good idea. And you said it out loud to somebody and they pointed out the obvious hole that you didn't see the whole time you were thinking about it. There's nobody to point out the obvious, nigga, that's a terrible idea to go and try to murk these niggas for these bands, dude. It's not a good idea, bro. This is a high profile person. You're probably going to get hemmed up in less than a week and do life in prison. Probably. That is a great chance. You probably won't even see none of his money. And that's exactly what the fuck happened, dude. It's not a good idea, and there's no resistance to tell niggas, hey, this is not a good idea, because they're all surrounded by the same level of IQ niggas, bro. They were raised by low-level IQ people. They're surrounded friends with low IQ people. It's just not a lot of opportunities. The niggas ain't that bright. There's not a lot. That the sky is not the limit, bro, when you stay in shit like this. So it's just shit is just, it's fucked up. It's a shame. Again, I said this with the PNB Rock shit, bro. Where there in the society that we live in, where there's ultra rich, there will be ultra poor, and where there's poverty, there will be shit like this. This will not be the last time we see somebody crash out over some money. This ain't the last time we see somebody crash out over a fucking chain. This ain't the last time somebody gonna send their son to crash out over a chain. All this shit. I don't want to seem cold, but it doesn't move me, bro. I expect it at this point because I know what comes with the society we live in, bro. It's been like this since the beginning of time. And I'm done with my rant. But this shit is on his daughter's birthday. It's fucking insane.
That's well said. And to put a bow on it, and the conversation that we were having in the group chat, like the disagreement that I had with M Extra was he was saying, oh, definitely Yo Gotti's involved. He definitely, that's his brother, and they're saying that his brother gave the money. Like,
I had niggas tell me that too, though. He's not the only one that thinks
I get it. No, he's not the only person to think that, and it's not a crazy thing to think. But again, you and I sit and had conversations with this man 20 years ago. 20 years ago, it would have been feasible to say, yeah, that this may have happened.
I don't even know back then, bro. Dude, he had his head on straight even back then.
Even then, you're right. Even then, it would have been a stretch, but I could have seen it.
Right.
Now, 20 years later, when I see everything he has going on, it would have to have been some unspoken, you know what you need to do type thing. Because just to what you're saying and just all of the ignorance that you just spoke to, and the like, Yo Gotti doesn't have people around him like that.
That's what he in Calabasas, bro.
Right. So I'm not even able to have these conversations with niggas that would do this, or my mind's not even going to go there because I just bought a soccer team. I'm doing these different things that are keeping me occupied from, oh, Dolph dissed me again. That's funny. Jook, on the other hand, wasn't.
Yeah, no.
I'm still outside. You know what I'm saying? I'm still like mingling with the young niggas, and they still looking at me as big bruh. So if I'm saying something reckless and they may take that shit to heart, then yes, I could see that happening. And I can see that happening with Yo Gotti being like, I ain't talked to these niggas about this shit in 2 to 3 years.
Yep.
So yeah, I find it fascinating that people think that Yo Gotti would be sitting around having these conversations with niggas about killing Dolph.
I ain't gonna say that though.
With Dolph, but he didn't matter that much, AB. Like, I fuck with Dolph. If I'm Yo Gotti, you don't matter to me enough. I ain't putting shit on your head. I ain't paying a nigga nothing to do nothing to you because I'm a multi-millionaire. All you doing is rapping, little nigga.
But let's be clear though. Dolph was popular, bro. Dolph was popular, cool. And that's what they said. Puff said about Pac. Like, man, somebody get this nigga got too much motion and he's going at us constantly. Somebody please get this nigga out the way because he might end up fucking up our bottom line because he's popular and he's shitting on us. So and then people look at Gotti as the boss, and that Jook not making no moves without the green light. That's how people look at it.
And
And
see,
on
Jook, but Jook is the big brother, though. I'm
I
not your little
agree.
brother. You're not telling me what to do. If Jook looking at it like I'm gonna do this because I know little bro would want this done, and I'm just gonna go ahead and take care of it. Yeah, I could see that, but I don't see a conversation being had where he like, I want this done. Because you don't matter to me, nigga. You're nothing. You're nobody to me, nigga. I tried to sign you a couple of years ago. You're nothing to me. If I'm your guy, I ain't putting anything on the line for it to come back to me and be like, oh, well, you did this. I would never do that. Puff, I think, is a different nigga though. I think Puff is he a different animal. I ain't never met him, but just from all the shit we see with the freak off stuff, I think that he get off on shit like that. So I definitely could see that happening. What you're saying there being true, but with Gotti, I don't see, just like from sitting in a room with him and listening to him, I don't see him being like. So what?
He just didn't have that mentality.
Never respond. Yeah,
he didn't have that
never
mentality.
respond to the diss. Yeah. It's like, bro, I don't give a fuck about you, little nigga. You a little nigga to me. And yeah, you got motion. Yeah, you popular. Yeah, people fuck with you. But still, you are a little nigga to me. You'll always be a little nigga to me. Yep. So I just couldn't see him making that type of like commitment to being like, I want this to happen. I don't see it.
I'll say this before we move on real quick. I say this. I've said this before. The way that the blog sites and the Twitters and stuff, the Twitter rap blogs are reporting this is so irresponsible, because what they're doing, like all the rap house TVs and they're showing a picture of Dolph and Gotti, and the headline reads Gotti's brother X, Y, and Z. But they're showing pictures of Yo Gotti and Dolph, and it's putting that image and that thought in people's heads that he's involved in it. And I don't like that they're doing that. But that's why I say that I can see people perceiving it, because that's how it's being reported. It's not reported Big Jook picked money on it. It's being reported Yo Gotti's brother put money on dude head.
I could see people conceiving it, AB, but I just couldn't see it happening.
Oh, no, me neither. Yeah, I can't either, bro.
I don't see that.
Y'all niggas got to take our word for that, bro. Like, dude, not his mentality ain't right, though.
Yeah, that's not the type of nigga that he is, bro.
I'd be shocked, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I would be shocked. Next, we have your man Chingy. They put out a flyer of the Republican. I don't even know the name of the fucking event. It was crazy. But there was a Republican event where Chingy was listed to be added, and Twitter and the online people went crazy, and he backed out of it due to the backlash online. You think that was a good move or a bad move?
Man, you know what? This is the one time where I think he should have went on ahead and went with it. And this is why I say this. We talk about this all the time whenever people make political, they quote unquote choose sides, right? When they pop out to a Kamala thing, and we be like, bro, why do you just, or they pop out to a Trump thing, and we just be like, bro, why say you did it for the check? Why wouldn't you just say that? And Chingy made a statement. He said, I'm gonna say this one time. My job is to perform. I get paid to perform. I don't care about politics. He said, and then people try to joke on him like, man, you must be down bad. You shucking and jiving for people who hate you. That's what a comment said. And he responded. He said, I can't be down bad, bro. I just bought a $500,000 house. Those people don't hate me because they love my music. They booked me. Music isn't racist, and that's how I play it. All this nonsense that y'all are creating bothers me. I'm going to perform whether these people are political, homosexual, because it was an LGBT event. He said, or whatever, they all love music. I have classic records they all love, and I will perform for them. So I hope that helps you understand that my job as an artist is to perform and make timeless music that I did. But he still backed out of it. So Chingy saying he makes timeless music is crazy.
Oh man, Jesus!
I will say that he stood his ground to some extent by saying, "Nigga, when somebody books me, I don't go and do deep dives into who booked me, nigga. I get booked to be." And this was Nashville, by the way, on September 29th. I get booked to be in Nashville at the Red, White, and Rock Cafe, or whatever the fuck it's called, on September 29th, and the check cleared. I'm going to pull up to this event and perform my 8 songs, and I'm going to go back home, dude. I don't know who this is for. I don't know. I don't give a fuck, dude. They called and asked for me. They're cool. So my question, I'm going to throw it back to you. Do you think someone can perform or let me ask you this: do you think performing is another form of co-signing the event? Can those two be separate?
Yeah, I think they can. I'm a musician. I'm an artist. We always hear about Rihanna and Beyonce and all of those people going to perform for $3 million for some
Saudi Arabian prince.
Yeah, Saudi Arabian prince, and who God knows what they politics are or what they've done or what they got. Like God knows what that is, and nobody's questioning that. So yeah, Chingy, in this situation, you're wrong, bro. Like if you're gonna do it, do it. Why the fuck are you arguing with niggas on Twitter? You're a musician, bro. None of this shit got nothing. Like you ain't getting booked a lot of other places.
I don't know. Money. I don't know. He got tour dates out, man. Chingy got some tour dates.
First of all, I don't believe that. Hey. Secondly, if that were the case, and this was like, just go do this little date and shut up, get the fuck out of here, and whatever hole that you've been in where black people haven't been paying attention to you over the last 15 years, go back to that hole after you collect a check from this day. Like we don't care. Like we don't care. It was just surprising to see your name there with those other people that were on the list and the platform that it was on. But if I'm gonna be a buck with you, because you don't make music that is, what did he call it? What type of music? Because you don't make timeless music, my nigga, we don't care. You could have did this. You could have not said a word. Niggas could have joked about you on Twitter, and it would have been right back to normal for you in a week or 2 weeks from now, because people don't care about Chingy. But you made this a thing when you start going back and forth with niggas. You start acting like, oh, I'm higher than thou, and I have this, and I'm a musician. Like, man, bro, shut up, nigga. Go perform at the little country music event, get your little money, and get out of here. But the fact that you're trying to make it bigger than that makes that's the reason that people are picking on you and laughing at you, and now you're pulling out from it, makes it look like that you're wrong. When all you should have did was kept your head down, got that bread, and got out of here. Like, nah, I don't know how many Twitter followers or IG people follow Chingy. I don't know. But I do know that it's crazy for him to think that him going back and forth with niggas about a booking that he got and was going to get paid for because he is an artist. The fact that he thought that he could defend that shit is insane to me. It speaks to the level of insanity that artists have, to be honest.
I mean, look, he ended up backing out. He said, just because I don't want to be in the middle of this mess, I've declined performing. No, I'm not a Trump supporter, nor a supporter of anyone else but Chingy. There you have it. But he was getting backlash before.
Hey, real quick. Who cares?
No, he was getting backlash. He was getting backlash. We're not going to say who cares. He was getting backlash. We don't care. I don't give a shit. You don't give a shit, but people care. Or at least they acted like they cared. Let me say that. Because they was wearing them out online, bro. If
that nigga wore a MAGA hat, I could give a fuck the less. I do not care.
People cared though.
Okay, that's fine.
People was caring.
You got it, bro. I don't know what you want me to say. You got it.
That's all I'm saying. You personally may not, but people were like, damn, bro, for real. And they were looking at him like he was selling out. Some people believe you're selling out. You're right. We don't know what the Saudi Arabia people are on, but people here in America feel like they know what Trump is on. And so if you know what he's on and you're still willing to do something, then you look like a sellout. That's the difference, though. So, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
he said, I don't support nobody, dude. I'm just trying to get, I go to a booking to get my bag and do what I was paid to do and I leave.
Yeah. And that's exactly what I thought that he would say. And you sound like an idiot. Like if you didn't do this research beforehand, before you took this booking, and you didn't think about, what the backlash would be if I take this, and I don't care that in the end of it that you was like, oh shit, I didn't know people would be mad. Yes, nigga. Have you not been following what the fuck is going on in America over the last fucking 12 years since Trump has been in office, or 8 years, or whatever it may be? Like, yes, nigga, you gonna get backlash for this. Don't take the booking and then act like, oh well, I didn't know, and why are y'all so over? Like, man, shut up. It makes him look even worse, in my opinion, to back out of it, other than saying, man, I'm here to get this bread. Like the niggas that have co-signed Trump, these rappers that we've seen going to his rallies and all this shit. One thing that I do commend them for is being like, man, fuck y'all. I'm doing this. It's for me. Like the one thing that I do respect about what Amber Rose did was like, man, I'm getting this check, bro. Like
No, they're not
don't
saying
like
that. No,
y'all.
they're not saying I'm getting a
They're
check.
not
They're saying
saying
I
that,
support Trump. That's what they're saying.
yeah, but we know what it is though.
But they're not
It's like
saying
it's
that
like the
though.
comments are saying, like, you down bad, nigga. You need this little Trump check. Take this little Trump check because ain't nobody else fucking with you. You said the nigga got tour days. I don't believe you. He might,
Ooh.
but that little Trump check is what's going to get him through the year. Was like, oh man, Q4 was good for Chingy Incorporated. Nigga, I know what's going on. Like, we in the same business, bro. I know what it mean to get the little sponsorship at the end of the quarter where you got, oh nigga, it's an extra little 5-6 racks. Nigga, yeah, it's gonna make my numbers look good. But nah, nigga, I know what you doing. And if you're not willing to accept that, then get the fuck out of our face. Like, we don't care about your explanations, bro.
Make sure y'all check out Chingy October 5th in Selma, Texas, October 11th in
You know what I'm
Waco,
saying?
Texas, and
What
December
you said?
31st in Pikeville,
Selma,
Kentucky.
where is Selma? I was finna go in on Selma, Texas, but then you mentioned Pikeville, Kentucky. So my question would be, like, what are we talking about, bro? What are we talking about?
But that's why I asked, can people perform and not be tied to the event? You're saying they should be able to.
Yeah, they can be. You just got to disconnect. See, his problem was if he had just went and done the event and not tried to read social media and go back and forth with niggas, he would have been good. And his little Selma bookings and Pikeville, Kentucky bookings would have still been good. He tried to defend this shit, though. I ain't got to defend nothing, bro. I'm an artist. Niggas is paying me. I'm going to perform. I don't give a fuck where it's at, nigga. I'm not fucking at the top of my game right now, so I ain't getting booked every weekend. I'm going to Pikeville and Selma. So yes, nigga, I'm going to take the event in Nashville, get money, and get out of the way. Trying to defend it is the problem. And then you thinking that you can tell niggas, oh, I did this because of this, and y'all shouldn't read me. Like, bro, niggas is gonna say what they gonna say. Your issue is respond to that shit.
That come with being a celebrity, man.
Yeah, like, what are we talking about? Even and even Beyonce, Rihanna, the biggest names get they get feedback as far as where they perform at.
That's true.
Things that they do. For him to think that, oh, I'm excluded from this and y'all are giving me a hard time, man, nigga, shut up.
You just, I ain't gonna lie though. Chrisette Michelle performed at the Trump. I think when he got inaugurated, I want to say, nigga, we ain't heard from her. Nigga, they wore her out.
And that's another thing you gotta weigh. You gotta weigh into that too, though. Hey, if I do this, are people going to still fuck with me?
Right? Man, we haven't heard. I'm not bullshit. I'm not exaggerating. Since 2018, but we ain't heard from her.
That's true.
For that reason,
I remember that. And I agree with you.
Next up, man. Speaking of performing and turning performances down, your boy Maul from Rory and Maul was the first to make a statement. We're still talking Super Bowl. People are still tight that Kendrick was chosen over Lil Wayne. And of course, Drake's name got thrown into the conversation. And Maul said on Rory and Maul that he has it upon good faith from his sources that Drake has turned down the Super Bowl before. A lot of people wore him out. I'm like, nigga, fuck out of here. What do you know? XYZ. Then Elliot Wilson, you know, he came back and said on his podcast he has it on good faith that Drake has turned it down twice. Then a third person, Steve Stout, came and tripled down and said, yes, this is accurate. Drake has in fact turned it down twice since Jay has been in the driver's seat. So these are recent turn downs. My question to you, let's assume that it's true because Drake has not come out, Jay-Z has not come out, the NFL has not come out. Was that a smart or dumb move for Drake to turn down a Super Bowl? Period. Not once, twice, 8 times, however many times it is.
I don't know if it was smart or dumb, but I think it was interesting. I think it's interesting in the sense of we see how Drake is moving around. We know what he wants to be. We know what he want to be in this game is the GOAT, regarded as number one. That was part of the whole beef, the 20v1 that he felt like everybody was trying to get him out of here. Like, I know what Drake trying to do. So for him to turn down a Super Bowl is very interesting, knowing that he wants to have that space in the game. And I'm wondering why he would do that. And then that leads credence to what you were saying a couple of weeks ago about the politics of the Jay-Z versus Drake thing. If there was someone else asking Drake to do this, would he have done it? Was the first thing that I go to when you asked me this question because turning down a Super Bowl is crazy. They're
Yeah,
not
that's
like
yeah.
no, that's insane.
That
Let's get
doesn't
that out.
happen every day.
Let's get that out of the way first off.
Yeah.
So now you turn down the Super Bowl, you are Drake, and I'm looking at it like, well, why the fuck would he do that? Oh, he got a problem with the nigga that called him and asked him to do it because it gives this nigga leverage because this nigga gonna be like, well, I got Drake to do the Super Bowl. And he don't look at the nigga that called him to do it as someone who should be able to say, oh, I got Drake to do the Super Bowl. But Jay-Z got bars about this. Jay-Z got bars about, oh, nigga, you won't fuck with me, but you'll go fuck with the white man. Like Jay, he has said this before, and people allude to him talking about Drake. So it's very interesting. That would be the word that I use, AB. I don't think it's a win or a loss, anything of that nature, but I think it's really interesting the slick little rivalry that Jay and Drake have and the position that Drake takes and the position that Jay takes. You mentioned it again with the politics of him not being chosen now, especially like he would I promise you he would have said yes this year. With everything that happened with Kendrick, it would have been a yes this year, but now I don't need you to do it. And now we get all this backlash and shit, and we're getting all this stuff. Oh, he could have did it a couple years ago. As to if they're being political, as you said a couple weeks ago when we were talking about the quick hits, I think that this is more interesting in the sense of I'm not going to do it because of the nigga that's asking me to do it versus me not wanting to do it. I think it's a very interesting situation, and again leads credence to what you were saying a couple weeks ago with the politics of the situation.
If I had to take a guess as to why he turned it down those couple of years ago, I think it's because, again, this is speculation. Because all that shit y'all were talking last week, you and Nick, oh, but Kendrick's the most popular rapper now. So, of course, it makes sense for him to do the Super Bowl. The most popular person currently usually doesn't do the Super Bowl. It's usually a legacy act. It's usually a Janet Jackson in 2007. It's usually a Maroon 5 in 2020. Like, it's usually that. It's usually J-Lo in 2021. These motherfuckers are not popular today. They're legacy acts, and they're always been popular, and they always will be. Their legacies are cemented. I think Drake still thinks he's building his out. I don't believe he thinks that his story is over with, and I don't think he looks at the Super Bowl halftime performance as, at the time, as something someone of his stature would do. It's almost like, to a very lesser extent, it's like that's why you don't see anybody currently on Dancing with the Stars. You don't see anybody popular on Dancing with the Stars. They're all either B celebrities, C-list celebrities doing like talent shows and stuff like that. Nigga, don't nobody hot do that shit right now. And because if they did, you would look at them like they fell off. Not to, again, we know the Super Bowl is big, but the halftime performance has traditionally been legacy acts that aren't hot today. Like they're just, but they're icons. That's traditionally how it's been looked at. Maybe it's a new day. Maybe you could argue Jay, because think about it. Even when Dre did it, Dre, Snoop, Eminem still does numbers, but he's not super musically relevant like that. Like, bro, and with all due respect to Mary J. Blige, that's an icon, but she's not super relevant musically like that today. She was relevant when My Life came out in '95. Like, so it's different now. So I think Drake may have looked at it like that.
AB, I think that speaks to my point, though. That speaks to my point of Jay-Z is in this position. He's the one that hires the Super Bowl acts. We all know that. That's in the mainstream. If he can get and change the flavor of the Super Bowl to, I'm not going to do a legacy act, I'm going to do the biggest act out right now.
Yeah, for sure.
That's Drake. I think that adds a notch to his belt. And Drake, being politically savvy, as you said, looks at that like, nah, nigga, you're not finna use me, even though I can benefit from this, even though I'm going to be the Super Bowl performer, but it's still going, like,
it benefits Jay too.
Way, exactly. There's no way Drake could have did this where it wouldn't benefit Jay-Z, and Drake knows that. And if I'm trying to replace this nigga, if I'm trying to be the nigga and I want to be the next Jay-Z, then I'm not helping you. I'm not helping you in any sense of the word. So I think that was the play. And again, like I commit the chess game being played by Drake and Jay on this. Like you called it. It's something where, like, damn, we got robbed as a fan base for, like, the Drake Super Bowl would have went crazy.
Yeah.
I am by no means a Drake hater. Like, him out there doing Hotline Bling in Miami would have been fire.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
However, it's the politics behind it.
Real quick, the only other person that I have heard turn down the Super Bowl was also recently, and it's someone who is also currently in their prime, and that's Taylor Swift. She turned it down in 2021.
She bigger than the NFL. She
I
ain't
can
got to
see
do the
that.
Super Bowl. No, she's like, why would I do that?
But
Y'all inconveniencing me.
the reason allegedly is because she has a sponsorship deal with Coca-Cola, and we
And
know who's
Super Bowl is Pepsi.
exactly. So there was a conflict of interest. Allegedly. Again, that of course you're never going to hear the NFL come out and admit this. You're never going to hear anybody admit this, but that was supposedly the reason. Other than that, I ain't never heard nobody turn it down. Not to say it ain't happened, I just ain't heard it.
I agree with you. I agree with you 100%.
Biggest.
All right, next man, my man Cornell Haynes is being sued by the St. Lunatics. The St. Lunatics are suing Nelly over unaccredited work on country grammar. AB, when you seen this, what do you think?
I thought I'm surprised it took this long. Ali has been talking about what
he known Nelly hater.
No, but I'm saying Ali has talked about his contributions to that album. He's done this before. This isn't news. Like this hasn't come out the blue. He talked about this on Vlad or one of them Art of Dialogue, one of those shows. He talked about how much he wrote on that first album. He was like, bro, I wrote half the album. Okay. I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. Now what I didn't see coming was that Keywan, Murphy Lee, they're also in on the lawsuit. I didn't see that coming. But Ali has been going back and forth with Nelly for even during Nelly's verses. That was kind of the hot topic leading up to it. He had kind of went in on Nelly. And it was like, damn. Like who knew they had fell out like that? So that wasn't new. Murphy Lee name being in this is new. I thought they were still cool. But you hate to see it. This was they had a legendary run. Nelly and the St. Lunatics as a whole, I wasn't a big fan, but they had a run. They put St. Louis on the rap map for sure. Open doors for your man Chingy for sure. And you hate to see it go down like this. I never want to see, whether I'm a fan or not, I never want to see throwback hip hop acts look washed, need money, especially when they were as successful as they were. You want to hear niggas kept it a buck with each other, everybody eating good, niggas got businesses, niggas got royalty checks still coming in, everybody was fair. Now there was more than enough to go around, dude. It had to be. So to hear possibly one nigga was boss hogging up all the bag and other niggas was involved and didn't get their piece, that's disheartening. But other than that, I'm not surprised though.
You're not surprised that this happened?
No, I'm not surprised that the lawsuit came. I'm just surprised at who's named in the lawsuit. I thought it was just gonna be Ali.
Gotcha. Shout out Murphy Lee, man, friend of the show, sitting down with us a while ago, man, pulled up on us here in the A, and we asked him about Nelly, and he said, "That's my brother."
Yep.
My initial thought was, how long do you hold on to these type of grievances? Like, if I'm not going to address this up front years ago when it's happening, can I address this 20 years later and expect people to still take me serious?
If you need the money, yes.
And that's my point, AB. You hit, like, now you sound like a nigga that's big. You sound like a nigga that hit a rough patch and was like, well, I did this 25 years ago, man. You ain't never paid me. Like, yeah, nigga, you should have said something 25 years ago.
Allegedly he did.
Yeah, did he?
Allegedly.
Like, did he though?
He said he was promised songwriting credits.
We sit down with Murphy Lee and he said, oh, Nelly, that's my brother. He told us we all worked on that Country Grammar album. He told us that we put Nelly out front because he, like, it would have worked better not being a crew and having a front man. He told us that they agreed to this. He said that. So I got to assume that all of them were on the same page. And now a nigga come back 25 years later and tell me, oh, well, I wrote on this album too. Yeah, we know, nigga. We understand that you did. And the fact that you didn't get your money up front, I'm sorry, you're shit out of luck. Don't come suing a nigga 30 years later and being like, oh, well, I feel like I'm entitled to like, yeah, you may be entitled, nigga, but you look like a money hungry, like bottom dwelling crab ass nigga because I've already done this. And Nelly, please don't think I'm excusing him. Y'all know that's my man's if you listen to this show. you dirty as well. For niggas that were around you for the type
Day
of run
one.
that you had, yeah, like the type of run that you had, and for them niggas to be looking like, oh, I'm broke, I ain't got no money, that's crazy to me. I couldn't imagine that as Spike Luke. Like, there's no way that I would be able to do that and say, oh yeah, like me and AB, we was cool 20 years ago, but man, he fucked up out here. Like, I don't got nothing to do with that. That's insane to me. I could never see that. However, I see them calling Nelly out for this, and I could see where they would be like mad, but you still look like a thirsty ass nigga because you're doing it 20 years later. You should have did this shit when it was happening. And I know you want to give your friends the benefit of the doubt. I know you want to say, man, he ain't gonna do me like that, and we'll be able to figure this out. But 20 years down the line is like it's too late, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But I'm not surprised by this at all.
And it's here's the thing, man. There's no statute of limitations, bro, if it's true. If he wrote on these 8 songs, bro, and Nelly was like, "No, I got you, bro. Handshake deal. No, I got you. I'm gonna take care of you when the thing come in."
You're right,
bro. I can't be like, "Oh well, that was 7 years ago. I guess I'm too late." Man, no, nigga. Especially if I done fell on hard times and the nigga done changed his number up on me. Oh no, I played it cool this whole time, waiting it out, thinking you was gonna be a man of your word, bro. I can't.
Last time Nelly talked to Ali.
Oh my god. Ali probably talked to a nigga that had Nelly near him, and the nigga handed Nelly the phone, but he ain't called Nelly's number in 15 years and 15 answered years. And talked to him at 15 years easy.
How long ago did we have Murphy Lee on here?
That was 2012, maybe? No, excuse me, 2015, 2016.
So that's been damn near 10 years.
Yeah.
You think that Murphy Lee has talked to Nelly since then?
Maybe him, yes. Maybe him. Ali though, Ali sounded angry when that versus battle was coming up. Go back and look at them Ali videos. That nigga was tight.
Hey, the fact that we still know Murphy Lee, Ali, Keywan, Nelly.
Slow down.
Was it another nigga? Slow down.
Yeah.
The fact that we still know their names, Nelly owed them money for that.
That's a fact.
Nelly owes them money for that. Like that whole shit was a movement. I wish. Again, we don't know how good Nelly eating out here, but I'm assuming that he's eating a lot. But man, them niggas deserve a check. It just looks crazy that y'all asking for it now.
I will say this real quick. On the flip side, if I'm Nelly, niggas saying they made Nelly say, okay, make another Nelly.
Another Nelly.
That Bugetto wasn't it, nigga. Bugetto wasn't it, bro.
Hey, that Shake Your Tail feather was, though. Murphy Lee gotta have some money from that Shake Your Tail feather.
That's true. That was it. That was it right there.
Like niggas gotta like.
That was it.
I could see Nelly being like, man, y'all niggas had the opportunity to make some bread, bro. I don't know why y'all coming at me acting like y'all broke. I put y'all niggas in position to make money.
For the record, Nelly's net worth is at 70.
70 million?
Yeah.
He owed him. Yeah, he definitely owed him. But what I will say to that is it's very rare that you get the Ali heavy starts, the Murphy Lee, I can't remember the name of his album. Keywan didn't have an album, right?
Nah, he didn't.
Ali and Murphy Lee was the niggas that had the album, and Murphy Lee is nominated for a Grammy. Like, come on.
Murphy's Law.
The Murphy's Law. That's one. I still got some songs off of album I bump to this day.
I don't believe it.
Like, yeah, tough. You know, Murphy Lee was my guy, though. That was my guy.
That's true.
I could see Nelly being like, man, like, bro, what y'all want me to do? That money gone.
For the record, they're suing him for 50.
50 million?
Yeah.
Nah, you ain't getting that from me, though. Ain't no way. We ain't doing that. I got something for y'all niggas, but I ain't got 50 million for y'all niggas. We ain't doing that at all. We ain't doing none of that.
Oh, shit.
We ain't doing no 6-7 figure shit. Like, nah, we ain't doing that.
Woo.
I got something for y'all niggas, definitely, but we ain't doing 7 figures at all. Nah.
Man.
Get out of here. What we got next?
Last thing, man, before we get out of here, I told you it was action-packed, man. We got a Dame update before we get to these wins and these losses. Dame came out. Remember, we've been talking about this now, that nobody was going to bid on the Reasonable Doubt or the Rockefeller because it was only a handful of years left remaining. And that wasn't nobody finna buy that shit because it's gonna revert back to Jay-Z anyway in 2031 as he's the original author. Dame Dash has come out and said, not so fast. The judge has made a ruling since Jay's lawyers came out and made that statement. They're saying that they tampered with the auction and this, that, and the third, and that the Rockefeller will retain the rights to reasonable doubt until 2098. That has been pushed back. He said that ups the value times 10, allegedly, because they say it makes upward of about $1 million a year, which is insane. Of course, you got to split that 3 ways. I don't fucking know. I have no idea. That's a very good year. Reasonable doubt will bring $1 million a year. That's a very good year.
How?
I don't fucking know. Listen. Your boy said he made. My boy from Eric B. and Rakim said he makes $250,000 a quarter. From the weekend sampling this song. He owns 4% of the damn song. So whatever. True. My question to you, now that we have this information, and we'll see if this sticks, because allegedly he's saying that nigga, this is true. If it does in fact revert back in 2098, which obviously is a long way away, are you revising your guess as to what it will sell for now? Will it go over 10 million like he's asking?
Nah. Because nobody with money is believing, like nobody with money is listening to Dame Dash. Nobody that can buy this catalog is going by what he's saying on social media. They're having their lawyers review the paperwork. They're having the lawyers talk to the judge that he's talking about to change the decision. Like nobody with any clout is listening to what Dame Dash is saying. He's friend of the show. I love Dame. One of the reasons that I do what I do today. But you falling so far from the grace of people who mean something listening to you, like this is just TMZ or media takeout. This is for that now. Like, I don't know. I can't decipher what's true and what isn't, like what's going to happen and what won't. So I don't know that Dame is telling the truth when he says 2098, because I just heard Jay-Z, who is a lot more credible than Dame has been over the last couple of years, tell me that in a couple of years, I'm going to buy this back. So I'm going to send my lawyers to look into this and see what's really right and what's really wrong. And none of what Dame says, unfortunately, means anything right now. And it's not going to drive the price up. That Rockefeller train is not going to drive the price up, bro. Like, it's over. Take what you're going to get from this and bow out like you're looking crazy right now with your teeth falling out and offer niggers a chain for 10, well, excuse me, for however much you want to sell it for the chain. Like, it's looking insane right now. And this is one of the best things about what Jay-Z does when he's just quiet. I'll hear about this in a verse a year from now or 6 months from now when he's on some feature, and he'll allude to this, and it'll be way more impactful than everything that Dame has been saying over the last year. Like, it's sad to see this and for him to try to get this playoff. And you said this on here before we talked about it. The reason that you're trying to drive the price up is because you need the money. And the reason that Jay ain't got to say shit is because he has the money.
Yeah,
it's sad.
The auction was postponed. We all know that was supposed to be for September 21st. It is now the day of this recording, September 23rd. We don't have a new date. I don't know what's going on. I'm sure this information is now kind of changing things. But I think if this is true, this bodes very well for Dame. And if you can listen, I don't know if you've ever been to a casino and you saw the guy at the roulette table. Mm-hmm. Who just put everything he owned on red 28, and he needs nothing more in life than that motherfucking ball to land on red 28. I'm talking about he put the house on that bitch. That is Dame. Dame needs nothing more than for this bid to go north of 10 million, bro. I'm talking about needs it. And I'm not mad at him. I'm not trying to joke. I'm not trying to clown. I'm stating a fact. He can be cool as he want to with the white tee and the fresh Air Force Ones on in the video with the throwback Rockefeller. You can be as cool as you want to be, dude. He needs this. Capital NEED, nigga. Needs this to go over 10 so he can get out from under his debt and he can take home a little some change. This could change the trajectory of what he got going on. I don't know if he got an idea in the tuck. I don't know if if he just trying to get back on his feet, if he needs some breathing room, whatever it is, this is vital. So he's doing everything. He's saying everything he need to do. He's saying everything he needs to say and doing everything he needs to do to get this bid up to a certain amount because he need this bread. And you want to take advantage of this moment while you got this traction, while you got these eyes on you, man. You better drum up. You better get your Vince McMahon on, nigga, and drum up all the pub for this shit because it's now or never, nigga. Like, fuck that. You got $8 million in debt over your head? Nah, yes, nigga, take this chain. Take this these Air Force Ones I got on, nigga. I'll sign these bitches. Whatever, swallow your pride, nigga, and get this bread, nigga, because that's your biggest asset that you own. And after that, I don't know what you got left, dude, because pro kids, ain't nobody buying that shit.
AB, that's the thing that's most disappointing about this. We saw Dane, like, it's time for you to be a salesman. You need to drive the value up for this. And the way that you're driving the value up to this, it appears to be is lying. Like, I know that 2098 number is not true. I know that's not true. Because if Jay, like Jay, that wouldn't have been an oversight that Jay-Z had. Now, I ain't seen the recent court documents that you're talking about. Maybe something did change. But Jay-Z ain't coming out and saying the shit that he said if that 2098 number was real. So again, the thing that we love, or me personally, that I fell in love with Dame's business acumen for, he's not showing that he can do it. We need you, as you just said, AB, to drive the price up. We need you to go be the salesman. We need you to create the value around this so you can be able to walk away with what you need to walk away with to get this bread that you need to be good. And it goes a long way. And that tweet keeps ringing off in my head when it says, oh, nigga, maybe you wasn't that guy. You was just attached to generational talent. And that's the reason that you got put in the position that you're in. Because now it's becoming prevalent that that's the case. Because you're in the position where you need to do some Dame Dash shit. The Dame Dash shit that we saw on backstage when we seen him screaming on niggas behind a jacket, creating the value around Rockefeller, you need to do that now. And you can't. And that's the scary part about our childhood and what we love about hip hop, bro. Well, for me, at least.
Yeah, desperate times call for desperate measures. Like he got to do what he got to do at this point.
Crazy.
You got 8 million over you negative 8 million in the red, and I got an asset over here that
get to work, nigga. Like, we need to see Dame fucking Dash, nigga. We don't need to see the nigga with his teeth falling the fuck out. We need to see Dame fucking Dash, nigga. Create the value. Be the salesman. Do the person that needs to do the shit that he need to do to put the price value where it needs to be. Like, a nigga says, I got a third of reasonable doubt and I need to drum up $8 million worth of interest. Dame Dash should be able to do that. Like, dang, that's just like flat out the fucking bottom line, bro. You should be able to do that.
Yeah, you would think.
You would think. Based off what we knew as kids.
Man, before we get out of here, man, wins and losses, W's or L's, let's talk Detroit, man. Rick Ross and Trick Trick squashed their beef on stage in Michigan. Of course, there was a no-fly zone, allegedly, put in play in Detroit by Trick Trick. That was almost a decade ago. Former Death Row co-founder Harry O put on a community first concert in Pontiac, and Ross came out on stage with Trick Trick. Man, they squashed everything, win or loss.
It's a W. Shout out to Ross. Shout out to Trick Trick. I know Trick Trick when we seen that last documentary that he was in with it. I can't remember what it was about, but he was talking about the no-fly zone shit.
Yo.
And he came off as pretty reasonable, as a reasonable person. And I'm glad that Rick Ross didn't try to do the Rick Ross shit and make this a stunt and was able to listen to this and they squashed it. So this is a W. We don't want these niggas is too old for no-fly zone shit.
I agree. And Ross, listen, getting hit in the jaw on World Star has humbled Ross. And so he is now squashing beefs left and right. Dude, it's not worth it. You too old to be getting fired on World Star, bro. So just, I'm glad. Put that shit behind us. Niggas got too much bread. Next up, man, W or L, Ruby Rose, rapper, Double XL freshman class member Ruby Rose says Drewski, her relationship with him was a PR stunt.
But she said he paid for PR. He didn't pay for the pussy. That's what
Yes.
she said.
Yes.
This is a loss for her.
He should have done it the other way around.
Facts. Like, nigga, I don't need no PR from Ruby Rose, but if she charging for that pussy, like,
that nigga got it backwards,
nigga. Like, what are we talking about? Like, bitch, and then nobody has to ever see me with you. I don't give a fuck about that. But if you charging for that, like, come on, bro. How much? Shit, I'll sell you that right now. But yeah, like this is backwards. She called hell on all the social sites saying, okay, so you do charge for it, which was insane. But yeah, like this didn't go the way she thought it was gonna go.
Yeah, this is an L because the PR stunts be obvious as hell, man. Shout out to our guy DP. I remember when these videos and posts of them hugged up came out, he said, "Oh, it must be rollout time," and he was right, bro. Like nobody bit this. Nice try. You can put this up there with.
You don't think he could pull her?
You said who?
You don't think he could pull her?
No, I mean I just didn't believe. It's just not believable, man. I don't know what Drewski can pull, but just no, bro. Like it did put this up there with Dej Loaf and Lil Durk. Nobody believed that. Nobody believed Megan Thee Stallion and Yo God. I mean, excuse me, and Moneybagg Yo. Niggas didn't believe that shit.
Man.
Nobody believes this stuff, man. It doesn't work. You don't need PR when you just make a funny skit. That's your PR. Who's coming up with these ideas, dude? Like fire your team, bro. The fuck?
Hey, Drewski, you gotta ask for the menu. That way you know what you pay for.
Exactly. Nigga went in blind.
You can't just give her the bread, bro. You gotta ask for the menu. That way you can pick the thing that you're paying for and then go from there. Just work.
She did say he was a nice guy though.
Yeah, that's cool.
For whatever that's worth. Next up, man, W or L. Lil Durk says he got his criminal record wiped clean.
Shout out to Durk for this, man. This is dope. Getting your record expunged. Not trying to dwell in the street life shit. Growing. I ain't seen Durk and we know his background, we know what he comes from, and for him to be like, oh, I got my record expunged, and this is something that I'm focusing on, it goes a long way, especially from the start and what we associate Durk with. So I like this. I like that he went to the steps to do this. I hope that he keeps it wiped clean and is able to continue to thrive as a functioning member of society. Shout out to Durk, man. It's a W.
Yeah, it's a W because he at one point in time he was facing some wild shit. So definitely W. Bonus winner or loss, real quick. Jay-Z, we know he's trying to get the casino in New York City. He pledges $250 million in funding for the community in exchange for a green light for the NYC casino. W or L? You think this is because people are concerned about gentrification? So,
it's a tentative W. And the reason that I say tentative because I would like people that are way more versed in this than I am to be able to say, here are the things that he can do that will positively affect the community. Not just putting higher homes there where people that live there can't afford it. Not essentially, like you said, doing gentrification and putting 250 in, and now the people that live there can't afford to be there. But more so, this is how I'm going to acclimate that 250 into the community, and it's going to be beneficial to everybody living in that community. I would love to see him make that commitment and there to be a face of this for the 250 and what he's doing, somebody that knows what they're doing and can explain it well to us, and then do that throughout the country as far as what he does with the NFL, because it's part of their initiative as well. So it's a W because I like the initiative, but I'm not sure on if it's going to be, oh, I'm just going to build brand new high rises and they're going to be expensive and people that live here are not going to afford to be able to live here. I don't want that to happen.
Yeah, the grants, I'm not sure exactly what the grants will go to specifically. It sounds good, but like you said, I'm not super well versed in how, because anytime I see something like this and I think, oh, okay, that's kind of dope, there's always somebody smarter than me that's able to break down why this is a bad idea. So if someone out there is smarter than me as it relates to how this shit works, let me know why this wouldn't work. But on the surface level, I'm going to give it a dub. We'll see. I know a lot of people were joking on him, like, man, he's quiet right now. The Puff shit show got him quiet. And then he come out with this news, and people were like, oh, okay. All right, never mind. He's still like, he's just working on other shit, right? He's a little occupied right now. Real quick
What
though,
would
casinos.
Jay-Z have to say about the Puff shit though? Like,
Now they think he tapped. They think he on the tapes. They think he
that's
is the next
crazy though,
mogul to
bro.
go
Like,
down and all this bullshit.
that's insane.
For the record, a casino on the Las Vegas Strip brings in around between $1 to $10 million a day. Those are some of the more lucrative ones. Obviously, that's on the high end, but
I would have thought it was more than that, to be honest.
A day? You thought it brought more than $10 million a day?
Absolutely. Think about all the people that are in there playing, and they open 24 hours a day, bro.
That's true.
That's all day. You got big dogs, and it was. I would have thought it was more than that.
Shit, that's a lot.
You ever been to Vegas?
I mean, huh?
Yeah. Have you ever been to Vegas?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't never been to Vegas.
Yeah, for sure. They do not turn off. The Strip is up. Like you said, it's 24/7.
I'm gonna put that on my list for this one. I might go for my birthday or something.
Yeah, man, fuck with it. I like Vegas. On Decker of the Week, this is going to everyone on YouTube. Our YouTube video technical difficulties did not get loaded up for last week's episode, so we apologize. We'll have it up. I don't know what YouTube was doing, but it was tripping. So salute to the guys over there on YouTube. We know y'all like to support and leave comments. Be patient. It'll be up soon along with this one, obviously. So yeah, salute to everybody on YouTube. What do you got for a put on? I need something good, man. I need something good to watch, something good to listen to, something good to read.
Hey, man. There's a show on Hulu called Reasonable Doubt. Have you heard of it?
Yes.
You watch it?
No.
Bruh. I was thoroughly impressed by this. I binged the first season in 2 days. After about 2 episodes, I was like, oh shit. Like one of my biggest critiques about TV is you don't never really get like normal like black men when they ain't got no like, well, I'm selling dope or I'm a rapper or I got some thug, like some crazy shit. Like Reasonable Doubt has nailed the like successful black class. And I have thoroughly enjoyed this. I couldn't believe how much I liked this. I just finished the first season of Reasonable Doubt. Shout out to Jax, man, the lead character of that show. I fuck with her heavy. I know you're going to like this once you start watching it, just because of some of the stuff that's in it.
Oh shit.
Is you the perv god, but
I am.
It's some stuff that's in here. It's like, wait, what? But it's so black. It's good. Like it ain't over the top. I really fuck with this show, and I was not expecting that when I hit play on this, man. So if y'all are not watching Reasonable Doubt on Hulu, please tap in. If you're looking for a good black show with black-led characters and it feels black, go look at Reasonable Doubt, dude. Go look at it. It's one of them ones. I fuck with it a lot.
I fuck with that.
Shout out to Larry Wilmore, man. He did the writing credits on that, man. He got a good podcast and he tries to keep it black. He wrote on Insecure. He wrote on the PJs. Most of the good black shows over the last 20 years, Larry Wilmore has had something to do with them, and he had something to do with this. So shout out to Larry Wilmore as well. But go check out Reasonable Doubt. It's really good.
Unsung hero Larry Wilmore right there. I'm gonna give you a put off and then a put on. I went to the movies twice this weekend. Shout out to that. Brandy is in a new movie from A24.
That's the put off.
It's called The Front Room. That is clearly my put off. That shit was some slaw. Please do not go see that. I fuck with Brandy. I'm a fan. I've been a fan for a very long time. Still am a fan. That movie was ass. Do not go see it. I repeat, do not go. Your girl is going to try to talk you into it. Don't fall for it. Be like, AB told me this shit was whack, and I trust his opinion. This shit is ass. On the flip side, I saw Blink twice with Channing Tatum, which was actually pretty good.
Really?
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
I was supposed to go see that, but I missed it. I'm going to go see that now since she said that.
I wasn't mad at it at all. It made me. It's one of them ones where the ending will make you think. Like it's got a pretty interesting theme and why all the things are happening. It's something to make you think, man. It make you think about it the next day or two after. When me and my girl was talking about this shit like 2 days later, like, yo, that shit was kind of crazy. It'd be crazy if it was like that. So I will recommend that. It's almost out of the theater. It probably got another week left in the theater. So if you miss it, don't stress it. It ain't that deep. But check it out on streaming though if you get a chance. It's pretty good, man.
I want to see that.
I not see the Brandy movie though, even though that's my baby still.
I would never.
Now you being disrespectful.
Did you fuck with the Transformers?
I'm gonna check that out this week. The trailer looks some slaw, but I'm hearing good reviews though.
Super slaw. I heard the ending was good. Yeah, I heard the ending was good, but the trailer is some slaw.
The trailer ain't doing it no justice. Like it looked whack as hell. But everybody keeps saying
the ending is good. I keep hearing the ending is fire.
But I keep hearing when I watch a couple of reviews, they were like, yo, the trailer was whack, but this movie is way better than the trailers. Everybody is saying that. So I'm like, oh, okay, I'm not the only one. Cool. But it's like an origin story of how Optimus Prime and Megatron became enemies and shit. They was cool. It looks whack, but everybody's saying it's good.
Though. It looks kitty. That's the thing that scares me. It looks kitty.
Yeah, it looks childish as fuck. For sure.
Also, another put on, man. If you have MGM Plus, I know you're like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, what is
an app?
Fuck is that?
The TV show From with your boy AB from Lost, the black dude, Michael. It just started season 3, and I heard that first episode is fucking amazing. Super twist, plot turns, whatever. If you into shows like Lost and you ain't heard of From yet, From season 3, episode 1 is supposed to be fire. There are 2 seasons for you to get into it, 10 episodes each season. From the TV show is absolute flames. Go check that out.
There it is, man. And of course, hey, if you're watching on YouTube, you missed the last episode. I told you it was tripping. You can also listen on audio too, man. The audio episode did just fine on iTunes and Spotify. So make sure you check that out because we talked about Kendrick's new song, Lil Wayne's video about not making the Super Bowl, all that shit. So check it out. Anything else before we get out of here, man?
And Nick was on it. Shout out to Nick.
Oh, yeah, Nick. Shout out. Nick, of course. Yeah, we had a special guest on there too, man. So definitely.
Mm-hmm. That's it, man. That's it for me.
All right, man. Until next time, good people. We'll see y'all. Peace.